with Scags. Today I'm going to compare my C5 Z06 and my C6 Z06 in case there's anyone out there that's on the bubble thinking they might want to buy one or the other. I've seen a couple of videos online. There was one in particular that said 10 things that I hate about my C5 Z06. Let me say that between the two of these cars, I can't come up with 10 things that I hate. I love them both. There are some things I don't necessarily love, but there's nothing that I hate. These cars give you everything you could possibly want in this type of vehicle. They look great. The interiors are modern and nice, and the materials are nice and quality. They're fast, obviously. They have tons of torque, all kinds of horsepower. They sound terrific, and the C5 and C6 and the newer C7 even get some economy in there. These things get 24, 25 miles to the gallon. That being said, I will tell you that I prefer the C5 Z06. I know what you're thinking. You're saying to yourself, why, Scags? The C6 Z06 has got 100 more horsepower, 100 more foot-pound of torque. It's got all kinds of options. It's got a 1LZ and a 2LZ and a 3LZ and all those option packages. And I will say that that's the reason why I prefer the C5. The C5 had no expectations to live up to. It was the first of a line. I know, again, what you're thinking. Scags, there was a Z06 in 1963. That was really like an endurance racer with a big fuel tank and weird brakes, sintered brakes, and a special suspension. So really, for argument's sake, this is the beginning of the Z06 line, the C5 right here. And since it had nothing to live up to, it was just a pure car. And to me, a pure car like this, back in my day, we called them muscle cars. Anyway, Chevy had the hardtop body starting in 1999. It was supposed to be like an intermediate type of vet, almost like a bargain basement one. And for 99 and 2000, sales weren't that great. So in 2000, I guess the engineers got together and said, hey, you know what? We got this stiff hardtop body. Why don't we throw some bitchin' wheels on there? Let's stiffen up the suspension. Let's drop in our LS6 motor. Let's do up the interior a little. Let's throw some badge on it. And you know what? Let's call it a Z06 and see what happens. Well, folks, what happened was that a legend was born. These cars are just phenomenal. Now, of course, the C6 Z06 is an amazing car, and there's so little to fault about it. The thing is, it's just more of this. And that makes sense. What do you do trying to live up to expectations of this car? You make this one with bigger wheels and bigger exhaust and a bigger motor. It's just more. And sometimes more is not better. Even the heads-up display in the C6 Z06 sometimes has me scratching my head. There's so much information jammed into the heads-up display that while I'm driving this car, I find myself looking at it instead of through it. And the point of the heads-up display is that you're supposed to look through it. But there's so much cool stuff in there. Again, there is a lot of cool stuff in here. Information center and heated seats for your butt and all kinds of adjustable suspension. Now this car, it didn't need an adjustable suspension because the suspension that's in it is phenomenal. The roads over here in rural Massachusetts tend to be bumpy and crappy with potholes. The C5 Z06 sucks them up without a problem. The C6 Z06, the wheels are so tremendous and the sidewall of the tire is so small that even in a touring setting, this is a bit of a stiff ride. I like it. I'm not saying there's anything bad about it, but it is stiff and it could be a little jarring at times. You know, I haven't even mentioned price, folks. Price, you cannot touch a C6 Z06 for less than $25,000. I'm talking about nothing with a salvage title. I'm talking about just a run-of-the-mill basic Z06 C6, okay? I've seen 2006 and 2007 models. There was a lot more made those years. I've seen them for high miles, high owners for maybe around 25 grand. Now, for a C5 Z06 for 25 grand, you're getting a really nice one in a great color, with low miles, probably low owners. So it begs the question, what do you do with the extra money? Because you're going to have extra money between the two. And you know what? You might as well be a hero and take the extra money and take your family on vacation. Just a little suggestion. Anyway, folks, I hope that cleared up some questions you might have between a C5 Z06 and a C6 Z06. They're both fantastic. They're both awesome. I love them both, but I throw my hat onto the C5 Z06. It'll probably always be my favorite car. It's gonna have to be an unbelievable car that's gonna top this one for me. Folks, I hope you enjoyed the show. I just want to send a quick shout out to my godson, Nolan. Nolan, thanks for the support, man. Hopefully one day you'll have a Corvette of your own. He's a member of the Future Corvette Owners Association. Folks, enjoy your plastic Fantastic and happy motoring until next time. Next time, I'm going to be talking, come over here please, I'm going to be talking again about my totally cool 1970 Corvette coupe here. There's so much to talk about this car. I'm going to do a whole nother episode. I'm going to talk about some of the features that I missed last time. So next episode, tune in. We're going to do a little more about the C3. Until then, thank you. See ya.
5,